Halloween, my dear friends, it's the perfect time to share some chilling tales. And let me tell you, Tomb Raider is brimming with mysteries that can unsettle even the bravest among us. So, gather round as I recount the eerie depths of this beloved game. You see, Tomb Raider is not just an action-adventure. Oh no, it delves into the realm of horror. The box may say action-adventure and warn that it's not for those under 15. But isn't that the same rating as Resident Evil? Nah, that one is clearly a horror game. A rating of 15 signifies content intended for a mature audience. But was it truly justified? Let's take a closer look at the criteria from the classification of the time. Is the game violent? Oh, absolutely. There's blood, and our heroine Lara kills both animals and humans. But what about vulgar language? Surprisingly, no. The dialogue is rather sophisticated, and adult themes, not a hint of them. Illegal substances, the only mention is the word steroid in a cutscene, hardly worth noting. Now, what about nudity? Ah, yes. At the end of the tutorial, Lara suggests she should remove her wet clothes. There are a few close-ups in the cutscenes, but let's be honest, that's not the main theme. However, frightening situations. Oh yes, indeed. We often forget the impact those early 3D graphics had. When the game first graced our screens, we were blissfully unaware of what could be lurking in the shadows. Could a monster suddenly leap out at us in a room we had visited countless times? Were we truly alone in those vast levels? With 4K technology now, it's hard to grasp. But back then, on old television with PlayStation graphics, our imaginations ran wild. And let me tell you, it was amplified by the feeling of being utterly lost. Lara's movements felt heavy, much like a bad dream where you wish to move swiftly but are trapped in slow motion. Take note, almost all enemies were quicker than our dear Lara. The sound design. Oh, it was utterly unsettling, filled with the typical effects of horror films, including those dreaded jump scares. The heights of the levels. They were enough to make your head spin. Knowing that Lara doesn't cling to ledges like a spider only added to the tension. The sequence with the doppelganger. Quite frightful indeed. We didn't realize at first that this creature mirrored our every movement. Unlike other enemies who followed predictable patterns, this one seemed to be controlled by another player. You couldn't kill it with weapons, nor could you escape. Genuinely unnerving, I tell you. As the series progressed, it became increasingly terrifying. Darkness crept into the second game, light effects danced in the third, and then came the ropes in the fourth. Ah, how those ropes traumatized an entire generation of players. So there you have it, my friends. Beneath the surface of action and adventure, Tomb Raider offers a haunting experience that lingers long after the screen goes dark.